Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Pipe Dream Meme. I'm Julia Mohammed.
And I'm Rebecca Ananda. And it's that time again, when everyone embraces their inner athlete, becomes a fan and an expert on sports they've never played. No, it's not the Super Bowl, it's not the World Cup, it's not the Stanley Cup. Nope, I'm talking about the Olympics.
The Rio Games are in full swing, and there have already been some memorable moments. Usain Bolt grinning as he crosses the finish line, or the courageous athletes a part of the first ever team of refugees, competing even though they have no home. That's f***ing amazing and inspiring. But the Olympics are kind of bull***. Now wait, hear me out. I'm not hating on the athletes who work their asses off to get that one shot at glory, but rather the institution of the Olympics, embodied by the International Olympic Committee, or the IOC.
The IOC has battled allegations of corruption for decades, although it's tried to whitewash its image in recent years after a series of bribery scandals, until last year, notorious bribe-taking goon Sepp Blatter of FIFA fame was still a member, and one of his top lieutenants from FIFA remains on the committee. This May, French prosecutors launched an investigation into the bidding committee for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, alleging payments made to a high-ranking fixer to secure the Games for Japan. Holding the Games in Rio is muito caro, costing an estimated $12 billion. Revenues are projected to fall far short of that number, leaving Brazil and its people to foot the bill. But that's nothing! The Winter Olympics in Sochi cost an estimated $51 billion, the most expensive in history. For that amount of money, you could take 66 round trips to the moon and still have enough money left over to buy the AC Milan football club. Or you could sponsor almost 109 million children through World Vision for an entire year.
And we haven't even gotten into all of the other shenanigans that go hand in hand with the Olympiad. If you aren't catching Zika, you're probably being poisoned by green pool water. And if you don't have hashtag Sochi problems, you're probably too doped up to even compete.
So what do the Olympics really stand for? We love to witness history, to see athletes leave their hearts on the field, to see decades of training come down to one critical moment. And in that moment, we have the privilege of seeing the pinnacle of human achievement.
But are the Olympics doing that dream justice? What do you think?
There's all this negative press leading up to Rio about all these problems with the water, the infrastructure, the poverty, the favelas and all that, but
do they not use money to fix up the city before they bring it there?
That's not something I'm thinking about when I'm turning the TV on. But the Olympics are supposed to be this non-political event where everyone puts all their differences behind them just to compete in sport, right?
That's maybe another reason there's not a lot of like native athletes, or there is, but it's not. We don't have the Olympics. It's more like North American Indigenous Games. That's all we really have, but yeah, maybe.
It's running. Because runners is most difficult. It's the most difficult. If you are not a good runner, you cannot do nothing.
I only watch a couple Olympic sports. I'm into basketball and soccer, and
Just no interest in it, I guess. Don't really care who wins. Different sports, you know, lacrosse would be cool. Like different, yeah, stuff like that.
To make some scholarship for for players or for participants, that would be great. Yeah, it will be more supportive of athletes. Yeah, of course. Why not?
yes, that's a good question. It really depends, I think, on the country where it's held. That's a big factor. I mean, some Olympics have done great, others haven't done as well. So I think it's up to the host country to really put their own personal stamp on it and make an Olympics great or memorable. So it's too early to tell whether Rio will be great or not. So far, what I've seen, it's looked like it's went pretty well, and so far I'm liking what I've seen.
It's good. Thank you.
That's good.
Would you mind talking to us as well?
Yeah.
Where does your country exceed in the Olympics?
My country exceeded in the Olympic. I don't remember which years, but
What sports?